Well, in the past 20 minutes or so since we last spoke with you, there's been quite a bit of activity. We've heard the sheriff's office SWAT team over the loudspeaker telling this man to leave his unit with his hands up, and also that he is surrounded by the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office. Taking a look down the street, you're looking at that apartment complex down there. We can see a SWAT vehicle there right now. Again, we were just hearing some commands from a loudspeaker from the SWAT team telling this individual to leave with their hands up. What we know right now is that the gentleman that police or sheriff's office deputies and SWAT team members are trying to contact is Stephen Kester. He was arrested here at this neighborhood, at this apartment, about 2 years ago for alleged sex crimes with minors. We're told that there was alleged molestation of a family member, a child family member, and at least one former student, as Kester is a former teacher in the Sacramento County area. Again, you're taking a look here at the SWAT team, at officers here trying to establish contact. What we know right now is that Kester was supposed to be in court this morning for an appearance for his case, but the attorney for Kester did not see him, so he called in a welfare check, and that's what brought deputies out here. That's when they saw Kester walk out of his unit pointing a gun at himself. And I don't know if you heard that. We heard some kind of a flash or some sort of a sound coming from that scene. I'm not quite sure at this moment if that was again, you can hear, we're hearing a couple shots, and I don't know if you can tell, but the loudspeaker is currently going on right now. They're asking Kester to leave his unit, so this is all very developing right here at the moment. Again, it's unclear what those sounds were, if those were shots or other kind of mechanisms that the sheriff's office uses to try to contact people in this kind of situation. But again, this is what we've been seeing the past few minutes. I don't know, again, if you can hear that.
Orko, I don't know if you can hear me right now.
The sheriff's office is really trying to.
Yeah, we can definitely hear some of that police activity, and I don't know if you were able to get eyes on it, but right in that shot where your photojournalist was getting, we actually saw them deploy that drone. That was something that the sheriff's office had said that they were trying to do, correct? Try to get a visual on this individual?
Yeah, they've been trying to make contact with him ever since they got out here about 9:15 this morning. So they've been using the drone. They've been trying to establish contact with him with that loudspeaker. Again, that drone, as you mentioned, we saw that flying around a little bit, and we're still hearing some of those sounds. Again, from where we're standing, it's unclear if those are gunshots or, you know, those beanbags or any kind of those other materials that they use to try to establish contact with people in these kind of barricade standoff situations. But yes, they have been deploying the drone, and they haven't been able, as I mentioned, to make contact with him.
And just for context, Orko, that rolling wood green sign, is that the apartment that the individual is in, just right behind that?
Yes, exactly. So if we pan the camera over a little bit from where the SWAT team is, the first floor unit that is right behind the rolling wood green sign, we're told by the sheriff's office, that is the unit that they believe Kester is in, that they're focusing on since they've been here for the past almost 3 hours, or excuse me, over 3 hours now, trying to establish contact with him. So again, we are hearing a lot of activity out here, trying to see what exactly the latest update is. We know that about maybe an hour ago, the sheriff's office said that they heard a gunshot from inside the unit, but at this point they haven't been able to go inside, so it's unclear if that was a self-inflicted gunshot or if the gun just went off or what exactly happened. But again, with that loudspeaker and the drone, they are trying to establish contact. So we, of course, are going to stay out here and try to figure out what exactly is going on and bring you the latest information as soon as we get it.
All right, Orko Manna, thank you so much for that live report. Please stay safe as well. We appreciate your live report just now.